Robertson, the first-year head Oklahoma Baptist basketball coach, visiting with us here on the pregame show. Tonight, Southern Nazarene will Jones 15.5 rebounds and 2 starts. Cassandra Awalt is averaging 4.5 points, 8.3 rebounds. The 8.3 rebounds, 6th best individually in the Great American Conference in women's rebounding. Also a double Monahan, a sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. She has played exceptionally well in her first full season at Bethany, averaging 13.8 and 3.8 rebounds, averaging just a tick under 13 per ball game. Southern Nazarene is tied for 4th in the Great American Conference in women's basketball and 3-point field goals made. The Bison this year led by one single double-figure scorer, Jalen Stapleton, who's averaging 10.8 per 8.9 points per ball game and 6.9 rebounds. We'll have some other notes on Petra Rida and Oklahoma Baptist as we get closer to tip-off tonight for the Noble Complex. It's rivalry night between
More and buy it for less. At Hudaberg Chevy in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Chevys for less. And you'll get payments that fit any budget. HudabergGM.com.
You can count on Hudaberg, we'll give you more.
Trade it in for more, buy it for less. It's that easy. At Hudaberg Buick GMC in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Buicks and GMCs for less. HudabergGM.com.
You can count on Hudaberg, we'll give you more.
This year she's had 4 and 7 starts. In fact, she went 15 games in between ninth of this season. That's 364 calendar days. That is tonight's pregame show. We're back with the tip-off for the opening starting lineups. It's Southern Nazarene and Oklahoma Baptist next on the OBU Radio Network. Back at Shawnee between Southern Nazarene and Oklahoma Baptist, it's about to tip off the first of what is now 3 scheduled meetings between these two women's programs. Southern Nazarene leads the all-time series easily. In fact, they have been the dominant program both in the NAI era and the Division II era. OBU's last win in the series came in Bethany back in January of 2018. Their last win here at Shawnee was in the first semester of that 17-18 season, 83-79. Here's the starting lineups. First of all, for Southern Nazarene, 1-3, 0-3 on the road. Cassandra Awalt will start, a 5'8 sophomore from Lubbock, Texas, averaging 14.5 points and 8.3 rebounds. She's 6th in both rebounding and scoring in the conference. Alexis Jones will start, a 5'8 senior from Burleson, Texas, averaging 15.5 points and 6 rebounds in 2 starts. She had 23 points and 6 rebounds against Northwestern in the win on Saturday afternoon. Emily Monahan will start, a 5'9 sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. She is 8th in the league in scoring at 13.8 points per ball game, also pulling down 3.8 rebounds per start. Lee has been in the program forever. Her father, Jay, was a former basketball coach at SNU and also an outstanding men's player in the NAI days for the Storm. She's a 6'2 senior from Mustang, one of the more prolific shot blockers in the Great American Conference. Nehus is averaging 5.8 points per ball game and 4.3 rebounds. And Kennedy Gillette completes the starting. A 5'10 senior from Kidder. Awalt Jones, along with Monahan, Nehus, and Gillette, Trent May again 4-0 against Oklahoma Baptist. He is 35-26. This is third season. 2 years have ended with losses in the GAC quarterfinals and the Great American Conference semifinals for Trent May's squad. Here's the starters tonight for Oklahoma Baptist. No change from what we've seen in the previous. Sophomore from Denmark will start. She's averaging 4 points to go along with 2.6 rebounds. Jaylen, who we just told you about moments ago, already is at double figures in 7 games this year after only 3 last year, and going 364 days in between double-figure scoring games. Completes the starting lineup. She's a 6-foot redshirt junior from Wanish, Lithuania, averaging 8.9 points and 6.9 rebounds. Bo Overton, the 10th head coach in women's basketball history at OBU. He was named that on the 15th of 2020. Still looking for his first win, but still believing this program is getting closer.
A lot of improvement, as we talked about in the pregame. This is still the pregame, but at Southeastern, outstanding first half, defeating Southeastern by 5 at the opening half. Like we talked about, Southeastern came out to a quick early run. Todd, 4 quarters. That's what it's going to take to win in this league.
Southern Nazarene to the road, black, crimson, and white. Oklahoma Baptist in the traditional home gold and green with a little white trim. Bison will go from right to left. Southern Nazarene left to right. SNU, a very good women's program, in my opinion, one of the top 2 in the Western Division. Ready to go at it for the first time with OBU after the first meeting this season was canceled because of COVID concerns in the SNU program. Storm control the opening tip. Alexis Jones with it against the zone. Pitches it over the left wing side. Now penetrating down the paint. Losing the handle was Monahan. It's run down by Jones in the quarter. Back to Nihu. She spins. Cross courts at quarter 3 left. That one is short, and down for the rebound is Melissa Southern. No score. Southern Nazarene with their first position. OBU now will slow down to the front court with Jalen Stapleton. Right hands it off to Carissa Price, 4-year starter here at OBU. Price trying to pin it down low, and the ball is broken up, and then a tie-up occurs. Unfortunately, it's not a turnover, but it is a loss of the arrow, and OBU will have it with 14 of the shot clock.
Yeah, Cassandra Awad got her hand on that. That ball was just a little bit behind Stapleton, the pass from Carissa Price.
Stapleton with it, baseline left to Southern, takes a dribble, cross courts it to CP, slot right. 5 to shoot. Price being guarded out high, and a foul has been called against Cassandra Awalt, and that is the first whistle of the night against either side. It comes with 9:11 to play in the opening period. There's no score, and that's a break for Oklahoma Baptist, one dog. That shot was down to 5. Now it
Awat, that was 3 feet behind the three-point line on Price.
Petrarita hands it back to nothing Oklahoma Baptist with 8:52 to play here in the first period. Jones with it. Up the left sideline goes Stapleton. Now Jalen is cut off, uses a circular spin, kicks it out to Price for 3. That one rattles off, and down for the rebound is Abby Nehus. 2-0 Oklahoma Baptist, 90 seconds deep here in the first period. Through the top of the circle was Alexis Jones as OBU stays in that 2-3 zone.
And 2 quality shots by OBU. Savannah off the dribble. She makes her 18-foot jumper. Price's 3 was down and popped out.
Gillette feeds Jones, who cuts to the paint. She bounces it for Nehus, who can't finish off the window point-blank range. Bison with a rebound, Stapleton up the floor, gets it down low to Southern. Mo fumbles it, now backs it out left baseline to Stapleton left slot. 8:04 to go opening period, 2-0 OBU. Stapleton jump passes quarter right for Savannah. Out high it's Price. Price down low to Petrarita, who turns and rattles an 8-footer from the middle of the paint. That was contested in and out. SNU with a rebound. They run the floor. Awalt wide open, overshot the entire basket. Savannah with her second defensive care up. Stapleton attacks left wing. Jalen playing about 75% of that ankle that she injured on opening night.
That's 3 point-blank shots just around the basket in the paint that Southern Nazarene has missed.
Savannah attacks against Nehus, one of the better shot blockers in the conference, and she lays it in. OBU out to a 4-0 lead with 2:36 gone here in the first period.
Looks like that aggressiveness is carrying over from Southwestern to Southeastern to against Southern Nazarene for the Bison.
Left quarter with the basketball is Abby Nehus. Top of the circle for Awalt. Down the paint she goes. A collision and a blocking foul. And Jalen Stapleton will get the first whistle of the contest for Oklahoma Baptist at SNU, as the player is still down on the floor, and that is, I believe, Cassandra Awalt. 66%. They call it on the floor, so they'll inbound. Awalt, as they swing it around the perimeter, handles it right. Now picks the foul line right. 11 to shoot. Jones to Awalt, backs in. Out high it goes for Monahan to Gillette, back to Emily. Monahan swings it right corner. Off the dribble with it is Awalt. Jump passes to Hughes, 6-footer, no good. Stapleton over the rebound. Up ahead to a wide-open Carissa Price. Left-handed layup is good. OBU out to a 6-0 lead.
Carissa Price snowbirds up the left sideline. Stapleton gets the rebound quick out, but
Hughes blows another wide-open layup. Good hustle, though, by Awalt, who runs it down wing left. SNU still has not scored, 3.5 minutes deep, but Gillette ends that drought as she cuts the deficit at half with her first tray of the night for the right circle.
And Kennedy Gillette cannot be uncovered like that. As we mentioned in the pregame, she's shooting 44% from downtown.
8th best in the Great American Conference. Foul line right with it is Southern. Backdoor cutting is Price. She fumbles, regathers, gets it to off, and Awalt has the window for Southern Nazarene. 6-3 OBU. If you're just joining, the Bison raced out to a 6-0 lead. They cross court at wing left for Emily Monahan to Cassandra Awalt. Now to Jones. Her entry pass batted back in her face by Southern, and a little ticky-tack foul going to be called against Melissa Southern. That's her first and the team's second.
Good job by Melissa Southern jumping up and blocking that entry pass out on the left wing.
First off the bench for Southern Nazarene is Massey Beard, a 5'11 junior from Calumet who played high school basketball at El Reno. Kaylee Hurst comes in for the first time off of the bench for OBU. Awalt with it to Gillette, bounces it to Jones. Extended foul line left. On the baseline to play first period, OBU leads by 3. They cross court it down low to Petra Wright, who had it stripped it of her hands by Alexis Jones. Alexis breaks back the other way, slides left around Stapleton, throws up a floater, back rims it, and down for the rebound is Southern. She'll get it to Price. Here again, you see the opposition early, struggling to shoot. OBU not able to get the separation they need.
Exactly, but 2 good defensive rebounds by Melissa Southern on the backside block.
3 of 6 shooting early for OBU. Southern Nazarene 1 of 9. Petra Wright, a screen goes right to the paint, lights it up, and that one hangs on the front of the rim and rolls off. Kennedy Gillette with a rebound, changes hands, brings it to the front court. Veers right, Netta Awalt, who drives around Southern, pulls up on the block. Petra Wright knocks it free. Beard gets it back and had it swatted out of her hands on the way up out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Storm. And coming in for the first time, Kayla Highfill, the December graduate of Alva High School, who has had 10 games, 10 points, matching her career high in each of the last 2 games. Timeout with 4:59 to play here in the opening period. Oklahoma Baptist leads Southern Nazarene 6-3 on the OBU Basketball Network.
Packed. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely.
Klinger at McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile and semi-accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, 1 in 4 crashes now involve texting and driving. That's 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers. If you have been injured and you want to know your rights, call us now. The consultation is free. We love what we do and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
However you say it, Awalt
In the lane.
A true freshman all. Jones will inbound, gets it right quarter to Gillette. On the wing for Monahan to Jones. Bingo, she knocks down a foul line jump shot.
Nice aggressiveness by Stapleton. A little pump fake, dribble off the dribble, going left.
Monahan is trapped, trying to bounce pass, and Highfill has the steal. Kayla gallops up the right sideline with the steal. Now pulls up right circle, triggers a 3, back rims it, and down for the rebound is Emily Monahan. To Alexis Jones, 6-6 our score, or 8-6 our score. OBU in front with 4 minutes to play opening period. Wing left with it is Kennedy Gillette. Again to Jones, top of the circle, another deep 3, same spot, misses that one. Rebound on the floor, then tipped out of bounds. It was last touched by the Crimson Storm.
You know, those 2 3-pointers might be in Jones's range, 5 feet behind the line, but both of them have been way off. Even though that first one fell, it hit the top of the square, bounced the rim, hit the backboard, bounced around, and went in.
Peyton is 4 for 9 to start her collegiate career. She missed the first couple of games this year for Southern Nazarene as well from 3-point range. Highfield jump passes to Kaylee Hurst, right wing, out high to Jalen Stapleton. 10 to shoot already for OBU, approaching 3.5 to go first period. Bison by 2 here at home. Stapleton on a screen and roll, gets it to Highfield. Her shot is short off the front rim, and the rebound to Peyton Jones. Jones into the front court, pulls up right wing, gets it to Kennedy Gillette. Gillette guarded top of the circle by Carissa Price. Back to Jones. Peyton moves left, guarded by Stapleton. On the wing is Alexis Jones with 14 to shoot. High post with it is Beard. Down the paint she goes and lays it in. Massey Beard with her first bucket off the bench. We're tied at 8. Price quickly gets a run-out pass at the other end. SNU covers up the paint, and Carissa resets.
That's a nice move by Beard, left-handed up the left side of the lane.
Hurst for 3, and she splashes it home for the left wing. Bison break the tie and now lead 11-8.
And that was a high arcing shot from the left wing three-pointer by Hurst. Most of her shots were flat earlier in the season.
Monahan almost had it stolen away from her out high, gets it to Gillette. Top of the circle. Now they reverse it right side of Jones. Her 3 no good. Rebound tip. Gillette has it. Pivots, goes back up, back rims that one. Beebe tips the miss out. And Stapleton is off to the races. It's 2-on-2. Jalen through the paint, goes up and draws the foul on Peyton Jones, and that's going to be the first on Jones.
You know, talking with Bo Overton in the pregame in his office, I said Jalen Stapleton has been the fastest player on the floor in all of these conference games, and it showed right there again that she beats everybody to the goal.
And I asked him where her health was. He said, I said 85%. He goes, no, more like 75% because she's still not getting the ability to get past defenders as quick as she was before that third quarter entry here against Southeastern. First free throw by Jalen is up and good. She has her 3rd point. First half of Bison basketball brought to you by OBU alumnus Noble McIntyre and his team of dedicated and effective personal injury attorneys to be found at McIntyre Law. Stapleton, the senior from Meade, Kansas, eyes the basket, knocks down both cleanly. Bison at just under 80% for the first time for the foul line. Still lead the Great American Conference in free throw percentage. They average 12 makes and 15 tries per game. OBU scored 5 in a row since our last tie at 8. 13-8 our score. Wing left with it is Alexis Jones. Top of the circle for Georgia Adams, who just checked in. Right corner, it's Gillette. Sidesteps left, fires a 3. Won't go. Rebound tipped out. Karam's off of a lot of legs. Now a tie up on the floor. And it will stay with Southern Nazarene with 2:09 to play here.
Georgia Adams, she just knocked about 3 Bison to the floor. No call there.
Adams is the screen from Beard. Now to Jones on the wing. That's Peyton. To Gillette, drives, gets Hurst to the air, lays it up, and spins out no good, and she'll get 2 free throws. Didn't see a lot of contact, Scott, but I'll tell you, OBU very fortunate it wasn't an and one.
No kidding. I thought it was an easy layup. I guess Kayla Hurst must have stuck her hand in the cookie jar down low before the ball was brought up by Gillette.
Kaylee Hurst with her first foul. That's team foul number 3 against OBU. Nobody with more than a foul as Gillette feathers down the first free throw. Southern Nazarene is just under 66% for the line this year. They average 19 trips and 12.5 makes. Gillette is now 15 of 21 as she splits the second one. Bison have it. They lead by 4 on a 5-1 run after the game was tied at 8. Hurst with it in the first, Highfield with it in the front court. Tries to reverse it. It's stolen by Jones all the way to the goal, and Highfield runs by and gets her on the arm. So Highfield commits her first, and that's an area she has got to get better in, even in this free year of eligibility, if you will, and that's turning the basketball over.
Yeah, Highfield, there was a no-look pass from the top of the key to the left wing, but Southern Nazarene was just waiting right there. Peyton Jones was anticipating.
Averaging 4.5 points per game in her first season in Bethany. Hits the first of the second. She already has 5 score in her debut a week ago. However, did bad pass thrown away by Rivers. Threw it right to Adams, who goes backdoor and lays.
Well, those are 2 bad passes that turned to free throws, and an and one on this end by Georgia Adams. That was a foul on the floor, Todd. She was fouled at the free throw line. He gave her like continuation NBA because she took 4 steps after that to make the layup.
Well, she'll have it and 1, and this all of a sudden would break a 13-13 tie. Southern Nazarene on a 5-0 run after OBU had scored 5 in a row to get the game to 13-8.
And Oklahoma Baptist was taking care of the basketball early. You had just 2 passes 2 times in a row. Sometimes I'm surprised, Bo Overton was up there talking to his players, say, look, you've got to look where you pass the basketball, but No timeout.
Can't throw it right to him. Adams hits the foul shot. It's 14-13 Southern Nazarene. Minute and a half to play here in the first period. Romine pressured by Alexis Jones in the backcourt. Goes left and then throws it again. And fortunately for OBU, Jones was on the sideline.
That's part of Southern Nazarene's spread out matchup zone. Peyton Jones over on the left wing. OBU, she's anticipating every pass, has picked off 2 in a row now.
Southern Nazarene does over their defense. They forced nearly 16.5 turnovers per ball game. Hurst arching 3, top of the circle, can't get it to go. Elon Wally rebound to Alexis Jones, who clears it to the front court. For the basketball, here's Beard. She gets it, head of the circle for Wally. Jones dribbles stationary to Wally, bounces it off of the baseline. Beard drives, now bounces it again, and the ball intercepted by OBU. Highfield takes it back, lobs it up ahead, right side for River Romine. Romine with a crossover dribble, gets it back to Kayla, turns the corner of the baseline, whips it to Beebe, turns it an open foul line jump shot, puts it on the floor, and feathers a floater down from about 11 feet.
Beebe, good reception on that lob pass in the center of the lane, puts the ball on the floor up against Alexis Jones. Left-handed, nice arc on that.
Southern Nazarene had inbounded the ball, and Jones had nearly gotten to midcourt before they looked up and the play clock had not started, so they blow play dead. They'll wind it down 3 seconds, 27 seconds remain on the shot clock. So a difference of a little more than 3 on the shot and game clock. Late first period with OBU leading Southern Nazarene 15-14. Wally with it left side, guarded by Romine, crosses over. River gambled for the steal. Elon Wally goes to the basket and lays it in.
You know, Romine went for that steal, but that was outside the three-point arc. Then Wally dribbled through 4 defenders.
8 seconds to play here with the period. Romine backs in and then cross courts it, and the ball is thrown out of bounds. Already 4 turnovers for Oklahoma Baptist, and for River Romine, that is going to be her second turnover.
Yeah, that one I might blame on Kayla Highfield. She did not go toward the basket where Romine thought she was going.
Alexis Jones into the front court to Peyton Jones. Deep 3, no good at the buzzer, and that's the way the period ends. So at the end of 1 in Shawnee, it's Southern Nazarene 16, Oklahoma Baptist 15. The second period is coming up next on the Bison Radio Network.
Ever wonder? But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
We can't walk in your shoes or work right beside you. But we can be here for you. In money, in life. We get it. We're on this path together. You and TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union.
OBU basketball on the Bison will get the basketball, and we're underway here with the second as Romine is out and back in is Stapleton. The Highfield between the circles. Highfield backdoor bounce pass to Jalen. Jalen to Petrarita. The pass was a little too hot. Andrea can't handle it, and another turnover for OBU. At the other end, Jones goes to the goal, and Peyton banks it in for the left angle. Peyton Jones now has 7 points already here early in the second period. CP drives, is cut off, bounces it to Petrarita, who lays it in.
Good job by Price, dribbling up inside the free throw line, pulls the defense to her, left-handed bounce pass to Petrarita, easy layup.
18-17 Southern Nazarene. They go to work offensively down low with the basketball, and spinning his beard, looked like she pushed off, got by with it, and then throws it in.
Not only did she push off, how about she used 2 pivot foots?
Yeah, 9:09 to play here with the first period. There's first half, it's now 20-17 Storm. Price gets a screen, fires a 3, bang! She got it for the right circle. Carissa Price finally gets one to drop here at home. From 3-point range, that's her 9th triple of the season. They bounce it for Beard again, who turns, airballs the jump shot. Wally with the rebound, then bounced it to Alexis Jones. It was offline. Stapleton has it, one-on-one with Peyton Jones, who tried to block the shot from behind, and Jones is going to pick up her second.
You know, throughout this season, Jalen Stapleton, she's only 5'5", getting a lot of shots blocked. But the last couple games, she's really been stopping quite a bit and doing that pump fake. And twice this game with that pump fake in transition, she's been going to the foul line.
Jalen Stapleton at the line, now 3 of 3, has her 5th point as she bags that free throw. Stapleton only played game of her senior season. She hits both. 8:41 to play here in the first half. Peyton Jones will check out of the lineup now for Trent May's ball club, and he gives her a pat on the back as she goes to the bench. Wing left with it is Emily Monahan, who takes her place. Georgia Adams with it out front. Netta Wally angles through the top line left, and an offensive foul called against Adams. She just lowered her shoulder and went right over the defender, and Georgia Adams, to say the least, is a physical player.
That's her first foul of the game. I've seen her knock over at least 5 Bison today, and she finally got whistled.
Team foul number 2 on the Crimson Storm here early in the second period. Stapleton spins, pulls up foul line right, and missed it. And a late whistle, they're going to call Beard for a foul. And I think Beard did get a piece of the basketball, Scott, but she also got a piece of the arm.
You're exactly right. She hit it up top, but then her forearm just hooked forearms with Stapleton.
OBU basketball presented by the banking team you can count on. The First National Bank and Trust Company. Talk to us first. OBU with everybody off the line with the exception of the foul shooter Jalen Stapleton. First free throw is up, and that one is good. She'd hit her previous 4 clean. That one used about every scrap of the iron before finally finding the bottom of the cup. Second one to extend the lead is up, and that one is good. So it's 24-20 OBU. The Bison now are on a 7-0 run after they trailed a moment ago, 20-17. Foul line right with it is Alexis Jones. Takes a dribble, leaves it out high. Adams straight on 3, misses everything wide right. Petra Ryder off the floor has it. Was being knocked to the floor, then finally is able to get it out to Malou Savannah.
How about that hustle by Petra Ryder? That gets me pumped up.
Petra Ryder was 1 rebound away from her first career double-double down at Durant Saturday afternoon. Stapleton drives, gets around Jones. Layup is good. Jalen looking more like herself with that first step. She's got 10.
Jalen over Jones and a big Southern Nazarene post. Split the defenders and just laid it in on the drive.
26-20 Bison. Biggest lead. Wale through the paint, got the ball caught on her hip. Should have been a travel. She misses the layup. Gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Jones, who slices down the paint, goes up, and Petra Ryder knocked that ball out of bounds with 16 of the shot clock for Southern Nazarene.
And the pesky Stapleton, both drive, got her left hand in there, knocked the ball on the hip, and then Petra Ryder knocked the shot out of bounds.
SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee has a game plan to keep you healthy. Visit ssmhealth.com. SNU will inbound. They get it to the cutter, Nihus, who can't finish straight on, and then the rebound out of bounds, and it was last touched by the Storm.
Yeah, Nihus over 6 feet tall. She's been getting a lot of good looks there right at the semicircle and hadn't converted yet.
Well, fortunately for OBU, because you're right, they've been bunnies, and she's 0 of 5 shooting. 7:10 to play first half. Bison with a basketball and the biggest lead of 6. High post right with it is Price. Down the paint she goes. Confidence, now has 7. It's an 8-point lead for OBU.
And Price was strong with the basketball. Monahan was all over on the back, pulled it down, dribbled, spin pivoted, pulled up for the shot.
Gillette swings it right side. Top of the key with it is Nefer Leon, who just checked in, and she throws it away. Threw it right to Savannah to Jalen Stapleton. Down the floor, Stapleton goes. Spins, gets deep, trying to get a pass back out. It's deflected and stolen. Monahan with the steal, up ahead to Leon. Layup good, and Carissa Price will foul her.
See, on that play, Stapleton got deep in the lane, pulling the defense to her. Instead of Kayla Highfield coming into the lane or moving open at a passing lane, she stayed out behind the three-point arc and allowed that pass to get stolen.
Nefer in for the 5th time this year, 4 in a reserve role. She's a 5'5" junior from Spain and a transfer from San Jose State. Averaging 5.5 points, 1.3 rebounds. She had 7 points, a rebound in 8 minutes, along with 2 assists in their victory Saturday afternoon at home, 90-66. That foul against Price was her first and the first team foul here in the second period against the Bison. Leon to the line, trying to complete the three-point play. That stops a huge run of 11 straight for OBU. It rattles off. First miss or second miss for the Storm. Petra Ryder with a rebound.
You talk about Petra Ryder improving this season. She is improving as the season goes on. This is some outstanding rebounding she's doing.
She has 3 boards. She gets a feed down low and muscles up and in.
And
go ahead.
And she got undercut from behind, being strong with the ball and forced that ball in.
Andrea has 6 on 3 of 5 shooting. 3 rebounds to tie Southern for the team lead. Sliding left is Awat. Kicks out of the wing. Neffer Leon will trigger the 3. It's an air ball right into the hands of Nihus, who bricked the follow shot. And Petra Ryder with a rebound. Andrea from behind has it knocked away. It goes out of bounds. And let's see if they say it is off of Southern Nazarene. I believe they do, and it will stay with Oklahoma Baptist.
Yeah, Alexis Jones knocked that ball out of bounds. Petra Ryder, another outstanding rebound. We just don't want her dribbling in transition like that.
Andrea with it, left circle, picks her dribble up, hands it off to Malou Savannah, who throws it away. Trying to whip it right corner, and it's intercepted by Alexis Jones. Down the paint she goes to Awat right corner. Out high to Gillette, bang, she got the 3. Kennedy Gillette knocks down the 3. Bo Overton has seen his biggest lead of the contest cut from 8 down to 5, and he immediately calls a timeout with 5:47 to play here in the first half. We're back after these messages. This is Bison Basketball on the OBU Radio Network.
And for more and buy it for less. At Hudaburg Chevy in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Chevys for less. And you'll get payments that fit any budget. HudaburgGM.com.
You can count on Hudaburg, we'll give you more.
Trade it in for more, buy it for less. It's that easy. At Hudaburg Buick GMC in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Buicks and GMCs for less. HudaburgGM.com.
You can count on Hudaburg, we'll give you more. Possible to cook up the barbecue bacon burger at home? Well, that depends. Does your home have fresh chopped onions, pickles, smoked cheddar, Monterey Jack, bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and orange and white stripes with the word Whataburger emblazoned on the front of it? If so, then absolutely. Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
All that, Todd, a 6-point turnaround because OBU's up by 8. They get a 3 this way. All that timeout immediately and just stared down Savannah the whole time. Said, "Look, we." Every time the Bison had thrown it away, Southern Nazarene either converts or gets free throws.
Quickly, let's pause for stations to identify themselves on the OBU Basketball Network. Carissa Price dancing out high, slides right, kicks it to Savannah. Malou hands it to CP to the shot clock. Now to Stapleton out high. Had it knocked free by Jones, moves left. Now spins into the paint, cross courts it, deflected away from Price and out of bounds with 3 on the shot clock. And this is exactly what Bo was talking about before the ball game. A different type press, but a relentless defense Nazarene than what we saw at SWASU.
Exactly. It was Stapleton's fault. She so fine in the lane, that long pass out.
Price, bang, knocks down a 3 just inside the arc, right wing, right at the shot clock buzzer. It's 32-25, Oklahoma Baptist. Gillette with it, Awat top of the circle, swings it left. Monahan jump stops, cross courts it for Alexis Jones. Back to Kennedy Gillette in the corner. Bison have not come out of that 2-3 zone. Petra Ryder tips a pass away, and it's intercepted by Carissa Price. Turnover number 6 for Southern Nazarene. Oklahoma Baptist comes in averaging 15 turnovers forced per ball game. Screen left, Petra Ryder moves Stapleton to the side. Now cross courts it for Savannah, who tried to dump it down low. Unfortunately, Southern Nazarene collapsed and lost out of bounds.
That's another thing the Bison can get a little better at. Some of those lob passes are good, but the receiver's got to go get the ball and want that ball.
Savannah, the inbounds pass to Stapleton. Oklahoma Baptist shooting 63% to 31% here in the first half with just over 4 minutes to play. 4 to go. Driving Stapleton gets a call a foul on Jalen Stapleton. And that is an absolutely terrible call. The guy underneath the basket did not blow the whistle until Petra Ryder had laid it in.
Yep, saw a body hit the floor. Oh, now
they're going to get together and they're going to call a blocking foul, and it'll be an and one instead for OBU.
That call was changed by the C official there. Came down to talk to the lead official and said, she was moving, I got a block. Well, the basket went in.
Well, I think the block foul against Stapleton before the pass. OBU will inbound. So they'll throw in 12, 9-13 now. She misses that. First miss in the ballgame after 6 straight Jalen Stapleton foul shots converted. Southern Nazarene, very good on the glass. They're out rebounding their opponents by nearly 2.5. OBU is +1, 15 a week ago tonight. Saturday afternoon on the glass. Into the paint, or pulling up out front is Awat, misses the jump shot. Petra Ryder with the rebound. She loses it. Karen Hughes, who lays it in. 3-7 now, Bison.
Well, that was Petra Ryder against 3 Crimson Storm players and had the ball knocked out. It looked like she got hit, but no call.
Price over the top to Petra Ryder, who loses it her foot, and Gillette picks it up in the near corner. Starts the break. Jones with the bounce pass up ahead. Savannah rips it away, and a foul called against Emily Monahan. And that's going to be her second for Southern Nazarene. That is their 7th turnover here in the half.
Good job by Savannah reaching out with that, picking off that pass with the left hand, pulling it strong into her body where she gets the foul called.
Well, this is big. That is the 5th foul of the period against SNU. So OBU will have 2 shots going forward, starting with Malou here. Themselves up on the board, and Savannah misses the first free throw. Malou out of Copenhagen, Denmark, averaging 4.4 points per ball game and 2.6 rebounds. She had been 5 of 6 by the line. Wing left, Watt with the basketball, tries and gets a deflected pass down low to Nehus, who throws it up and in, and she'll get it out. Petra Ryder will get the foul. It's her first.
Can't let somebody over 6 foot tall hang around.
OBU. Southern with it out front. Cross courts it in front of us, left side for Jalen Stapleton. Guarded by Jones. Stapleton gets a screen, moves right. Cross courts at Price. Run off the three-point arc, pulls up. Carissa Price shooting with confidence, much needed confidence, as she now has her 5th basket.
Great offensive move by Price outside the right wing, ball fake, pump fake, on the floor, pull up jumper.
CP shooting 34% this season, now 5 of 6. The jumper at the other end rolls off, no good. And Petra Ryder had the rebound. They tied her up behind. She ended up on the floor, jump ball, and that's an OBU turnover because the Crimson Storm have the arrow. P&K Equipment's 18 locations in Oklahoma and Arkansas, and see why around these parts John Deere starts with P&K.
Yeah, that's twice. That same official has changed the call and is in favor.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Alexis Jones, again, we're sitting upstairs, so it's hard to tell everything that goes on down on the floor. Gillette drives baseline, gets around Andrea and lays it in. Good move by Kennedy Gillette, who's got 9.
Kennedy Gillette's big threat on the three-point line. She's on the left wing. She just pump fake. That's why she got to the rim. Everybody had to come out on her.
Southern to Stapleton right wing. Jones is on Jalen. 17 to shoot, 2.5 to play first half. The advantage is down to 30. The arrow favors the Bison. So get an extra 9 on the shot clock, which had been down to 11.
That just shows you how long the Crimson Storm's defense is. Wide open, but those long arms tipped those balls away.
Shot clock does not reset. There wasn't an exchange of possession. Carissa Price bounces it up ahead of Petra Ryder, who goes to the rim and draws the foul on Hughes, so that's going to be Abby's first.
I think Petra Ryder might have got away with an extra step there, too. Good pass by Carissa Price in transition to Petra Ryder.
Nee Hughes with her first, and Jenny Beebe, the freshman from Kingfisher, is about to check back in for Oklahoma Baptist. 2:02 to play in the first half. OBU leads it by 4, pinning a pair of free throws. Andrea has been good at the line, and all of a sudden, the Bison have gone cold as they've hit just 2 of their last 5. Petra Ryder, 22 minutes, 11 rebounds, a career high, 9 points at Southeastern. Second free throw is good. Beebe will come in, and also checking in for Oklahoma Baptist is Madison Chambers. First time Chambers has been off the bench, and this is Madison's 4th game to appear in. 37-32, it's a 2-possession lead, 1:55 to play first half. Gillette out front, right side of Alexis Jones to Awat, straight on, no. Missed that one back rim. Southern with a rebound. Outlets to Stapleton. Jalen pushes into the forecourt, gets deep against Jones, throws it up, missed everything. Good defense by Alexis. And there for the rebound is Gillette. Gillette gallops into the front court, veers left, gets it to Jones. Down the paint she goes, bounces Awalt left baseline. She'll jump past, cross court to Monahan. She spins, works deep, had it stripped, got it back. Cross courts it, the 3 on the way, no good by Jones. Nehus with a rebound and a foul underneath against Chambers. That's Maddie's first.
That's a big, tall task for Madison Chambers, giving up those inches against Niehaus on the backside rebound. And sure enough, here comes Hurst in place of Chambers.
Chambers is out. Kaylee Hurst is in. Shot clock resets to 20. They cross-court it. Awalt, corner three, no good. Beebe battling for the rebound, lost it. It was poked out right to Carissa Price. Price with it 1-on-2, tried to whip it across the paint and threw it away. Bad decision there. Monahan up ahead to Jones, who lays it in. And we get a timeout called for the OBU bench with 1:07 to play in the half. 37-34. It's a 30-second timeout. And all of a sudden, Southern Nazarene is up to 34% shooting. They have really struggled, though, for the first part of this ball game. Shot just under 28% as a team in the first period.
You know where Carissa Price got in trouble on that pass? She caught the outlet pass, ran up the right sideline, outran the defense except for the safety. So she had one-on-one with the safety back, and she didn't attack the safety. She kind of hesitated, and by then she got double-teamed, and the ball was deflected.
If you're looking for that perfect gift for the OBU student, alumni, or fan in your life, then visit shopobubison.com, the official online store of Oklahoma Baptist University Athletics, for the best selection of officially licensed gifts, apparel, and much more, with proceeds benefiting OBU. 37-34. 1 minute exactly to play here in what has been a very good first half for OBU. Their second straight game, in fact, their third straight game that they've come out of the locker room ready to play. Price, a handoff out high from Beebe, who sets a screen. Carissa's cut off foul line right and travel.
Feet were moving, but she was dribbling. I don't know how that's a travel when you're dribbling.
10th turnover for OBU. Points off turnovers to this point, 14-9. Backs it out. Gets it to Monahan. Emily looking for a screen. Probes top of the key, reverses left. Three, bang! It's Mo Southern knocks down the three. 2 seconds, 1 second to play in the half. Jones, a runner from half court. It's on line, but a little short as it hit the front of the rim. And look at this. OBU, looking for their first win of the season, will take a 6-point lead to the locker room, 40-34 over visiting Southern Nazarene.
Melissa Southern set up wide open on the right wing for a three-pointer. Again, Jalen Stapleton dribbles all the way in the lane, just underneath the dotted line, kicks it out. Southern, who's been cold, set nothing but net.
That is the end of the first half inside the Noble Complex. Could tonight be the night that Bo Overton gets his first career coaching? Minutes to go, and you have to play well out of the locker room. Thus far, Bison have stretched it to 6 thanks to Southern's shot late in the half, 40-34. The first half has been presented by OBU alumnus Noble McIntyre and his team of dedicated and effective personal injury attorneys at McIntyre Law. We're back to recap the first half in just a moment on the Hudeberg Auto Group halftime show. Yet at the break, it's OBU 40, SNU 34 on the Bison Radio Network.
More and buy it for less. At Hudeberg Chevy in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Chevys for less. And you'll get payments that fit any budget. HudebergGM.com.
You can count on Hudeberg, we'll give you more.
Trade it in for more, buy it for less. It's that easy. At Hudeberg Buick GMC in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Buicks and GMCs for less. HudebergGM.com.
You can count on Hudeberg, we'll give you more.
Let me tell you a story. A story about a woman who walks miles to carry undrinkable water to her family. Let me tell you about the water. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink after a hurricane. I'll tell you about people, millions of people, who find themselves in a strange land far away. And I'll tell you a story about a farmer whose family and finances are being starved by drought. And how, on the other side of the world, there is a family starving for nutrients in a food desert. I'll tell you the tale of a trafficked teenager waiting to be assaulted again tonight, and again, and again. And how once upon a time, there was a child who would go to sleep without a bedtime story because that child didn't have someone to read them a bedtime story. It wasn't once upon a time. It was hundreds of thousands and even millions upon a time. But that's a story. Together, we can become an unstoppable force of hope. Together, we can respond. Together, we can meet needs across the globe, change lives in our own communities. Together, we are Send Relief.
Losing to them. So exactly what you said, if they can just answer and continue this torrid shooting pace, they're going to win this game.
As we alluded to in the pregame show, I really thought that Saturday afternoon and that 10-point loss, aside from 5 or 6 minutes, was the closest to a complete game we've seen this year for the Bison women. And we have now seen, as I alluded to late in the first half, 3 consecutive very good first halves of basketball. Down just 5 at Southwestern, leading by 5 at Southeastern, now up 6 here tonight against Southern Nazarene.
And every time we talk with Bo Overton, you always say this team continues to improve, and that's exactly right. I think this half is even comparable to the half they played at Southeastern, maybe a little better at Southeastern being up on 5 on the road, but Southern Nazarene has got a rich tradition. This is a difficult team to beat.
Kennedy Gillette, the leading scorer at halftime for Southern Nazarene with 9. OBU has the only 2 double-figure scores at the break, and these are the 2 that need to lead the way for this team to be successful. Carissa Price, her best shooting half of the year, 5 of 6, 12 points. Jalen Stapleton played almost 18 minutes, tallied 10 points, 3 assists. Scott will be back with the first half numbers in a moment. Basketball on the OBU Radio Network.
McIntyre of McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile or semi-trucking accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, there are 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers using cell phones. 1 in 4 of all crashes now involve texting and driving. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free.
We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law.
Welcome back to the Noble Complex on the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University, where Oklahoma Baptist leads at halftime women's game, up 40-34 over the visiting Crimson Storm. Individually for Southern Nazarene, Abby Nehus, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 for 1 from the line. 5 total points, 5 rebounds. Cassandra Awatt has not made a shot. She's 0 for 5. 2 misses from Kennedy Gillette, the leading scorer for Southern Nazarene. Stretching the floor, 2 of 4 from downtown, 3 of 6 overall. She has 9 points. Massey Beard, she's 2 for 4 from the field, 4 points. Peyton Jones, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. That's 7 points. Georgia Adams, very physical, playing for Southern Nazarene. She is 1 for 2 from the field, 3 points. Then Elan Wally and Nefer Leon both 1 for 2 with a bucket each to total out to 34 points for Southern Nazarene. For the home Bison, Melissa Southern doing a good job backside rebounding for OBU. 3 big rebounds on the backside on the overshot. She's 1 for 1 from the field with a big 3-pointer from the right wing that Jalen Stapleton drove into the lane, kicked it out at the buzzer. Oklahoma Baptist up 40-34 at the break. Southern 3 points, 4 total rebounds. Andrea Petrarida, 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. She has 7 points. Malou Savannah, 1 for 1 from the field. That was right, the first bucket of the game. Off the dribble, pull-up shot inside the arc from the left side. She has 3 points, hit 1 of 2 free throws. Jalen Stapleton, 3 assists, double-digit points, 10. 2 of 5 from the field, missed both her 3-pointers, and untarnished 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. Then Carissa Price, very aggressive in her offense today, putting the ball on the floor, good ball fakes, following through on the 1 3-pointer that she made. She's 5 of 6 from the floor, 1 for 2 from downtown, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 12 points at intermission. Stapleton also has 3 assists to go with her 10 points. Kaylee Hurst, 1 for 2 from the field. Those were 3-pointers for 3. Kayla Highfield, a freshman, who hit 2 big 3-pointers against Southeastern on Saturday to get the Bison up to a 5-point lead at intermission. She's 0 for 2 today, missed both her 3-pointers. Jenny Beebe, 1 for 1, another freshman out of Kingfisher. Nice little left-handed shot in the lane. She's 1 for 1, has 2 points. to round out the total for OBU at 40 points. The Hudaburg Halftime Show is brought to you by the Hudaburg Auto Group. Visit hudaburg.com to browse their selection of over 1,000 new and used vehicles. This is Bison Basketball on the OBU.
Who do we look to shape our world? It'll be people who know how to think with their heads and their hearts. People who understand that faith is not the enemy of education. More than book smart, more than business smart. They are wise in their whole being. Be a future shaper at OBU.
In the opening quarter. The biggest lead of the game was 3 points for Southern Nazarene. That came at the 9:43 mark in the second period. OBU's led by as many as 8 at the 7-minute mark when they finished an 11-0 run against the Crimson Storm. Crimson Storm's best scoring run was 6 at 4:55 left in the opening quarter. The lead has changed 4 times. The game has been tied 4 times. Time with the lead, Oklahoma Baptist, a commanding 15-minute, 56-second advantage to 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Points from turnovers, OBU is down 14-9 in that category. Southern Nazarene also leads by points in the paint, 20-14. And second chance points with the big players inside for Southern Nazarene, 11-0 over the Bison. Fast break point. And points from the bench, the Crimson Storm 18, the Bison 5. In the first period, shooting field goals, 5 of 18 for Southern Nazarene, 27.8%. They made just 2 of 7 3-pointers for 28.6%. Shot 4 for 5 from the line, 80%. In the second period, Southern Nazarene was only 1 for 7 from downtown, 8 for 21 from the field, and made 1 of 2 free throws. For the game, Southern Nazarene has been held to 33.3% shooting, 13 for 39, just 3 of 14 beyond the arc, as OBU's doing a good job distracting some of those shooters, and 5 for 7 overall from the line for 71%. For the Bison, in the opening quarter, 6 of 13, they're 46.2%, only 1 for 6 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 free throws. In the second period, Oklahoma Baptist 8 for 10 from the field to overtake the Crimson Storm in the second period by winning the period 25-18. 3-pointers, 2 for 3, 67%, 7 of 10 from the free throw line for the Bison. For the game, at halftime, OBU is shooting 60.9%, 14 of 23, 3 of 9 from downtown, 9 of 12 from the free throw line for 75%. Resulting in a 40-34 cushion as the Bison are looking for their first victory of the season. Today's halftime show is brought to you by the Hudaburg Auto Group. Visit hudaburg.com to browse their selection of over 1,000 new and used vehicles. This is Bison Basketball on the OBU Radio Network.
Both teams out on the floor, ready to start the second half. OBU halfway home to their first victory of the year, but Scott, this will not be an easy task against a very talented Southern Nazarene team that certainly was far from their best, just 33% field goal shooting in the first two periods.
This is the third game in a row that the same situation has happened, where OBU disrupted a heavily favored team at Southwestern, was really close at halftime. Saturday, led by 5 at halftime at Durant, and then this tradition-rich Southern Nazarene handing it to them, shooting 61% from the floor.
Second half is coming up next. OBU will start the third period with a 6-point advantage, 40-34 in women's basketball over SNU. This has been the Hudaberg Auto Group halftime report on the Bison Radio Network.
And from Hudaberg Chevy in Midwest cities for less. And you'll get payments that fit any budget. HudabergGM.com.
You can count on Hudaberg, we'll give you more.
Trade it in for more, buy it for less. It's that easy. At Hudaberg Buick GMC in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Buicks and GMCs for less. HudabergGM.com.
You can count on Hudaberg, we'll give you more.
Southern Nazarene basketball to start the second half. SNU will go from right to left across your radio dial. OBU left to right, and here we go. 20 minutes to decide the outcome of this one. OBU looking for their first win. Overton era. They lead by 6, and as they triggered inbounds, the shot clock did not start, so they'll throw in. They'll take a couple of seconds off, and SNU will restart. Leading scorer at halftime for the Crimson Storm, Kennedy Gillette with 9. Peyton Jones, the freshman all-stater off the bench, had 7. Including 2 long three-point baskets. Monahan with it to Gillette, left wing. Now to Emily. She'll trigger a 3. At front rim's no good. Rebound is saved in bounds underneath the knee. Houston, she lays it in. Good hustle by Awad. And to be honest with you, Petra Ryder was just standing and watching.
Exactly. Awad just outran Petra Ryder. The basketball on the baseline, saved the ball in for the easy layup.
9:27 to go here in the third, and a turnover. With the driving right, got the ball into their feet, got tangled up. Jones out of there with it, pulls up left, and knocks down a 13-footer. Just like that, the lead reduced to 2, 40-38, with 9:15 to go here in the third.
And that's the way you exactly cannot start out that first possession and then a turnover. I saw Bo Overton stand up. I thought he was going to call a timeout immediately.
Stapleton angles right, turns the corner, is cut off by Jones. Down low to Petra Ryder, right into Nehus. Layup good, and she's fouled. And Andrea Petra Ryder now will have a chance at another double-figure game. It would be her 5th in 8 games.
Let me tell you how outstanding that move by Petra Ryder is. Stapleton found her when she flashed across in the middle of the lane. Nehus could block her shot. She takes a long step and then a jump stop to get some space, and then off the glass and one.
Free throw upcoming from Andrea Petra Ryder, the Lithuanian native. It's on the way, and it is no good. Andrea has been a good foul shooter. In fact, coming in, she was 18 of 22, but today she's just 1 of 3. With that miss, Oklahoma Baptist is 9 of 13 after starting 6 of 6 tonight for the line. Gillette with the basketball. It's a 4-point game. Right side, Monahan to Kennedy through the top of the circle to Awad. Drives, cut off. Now to Gillette for 3, and she got it left circle. It's a 1-point game, and Southern Nazarene has come out red hot as they've reduced a 6-point game down to 1, and we played not quite 90 seconds.
And Emily, Kennedy Gillette is somebody you don't want to. She's 4 for 6 pointers right now.
Another turnover. Gillette with it up ahead on one with Stapleton. Now 2-on-1 to Jones, who lays it in. 1-point lead for Southern Nazarene. Timeout, Bo Overton. More turnovers for OBU. Their 12th leads to .7 for Serene off the mistakes. 8:22 to go in the third period. We'll pause for these messages. The score, Southern Nazarene 43, Oklahoma Baptist 42 on the Bison Radio Network.
McIntyre of McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile or semi-trucking accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, there are 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers using cell phones. 1 in 4 of all crashes now involve texting and driving. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free.
We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
We can't walk in your shoes or work right beside you, but we can be here for you. Get it? We're on this path together. You and TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Bison basketball also brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust Company and by SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee, where they compassionately serve the health needs of Shawnee. Scott Wanish here at the Noble Complex, and John Zonlow back at our Oklahoma City Network studios. I'm Todd Miller. 43-42, Southern Nazarene. They'll pick OBU up full court. Stapleton is out of the ball game. River Romine has taken over at point guard, and she turns and loses the handle. Alexis Jones with it all the way to the goal for the left-handed layup.
And Bo Overton can't afford to take any more timeouts, so Oklahoma Baptist has just 2 remaining. He perfectly took it to try to break up that momentum early.
45-42, Romine slides right now to Southern, top of the circle, left side to Savannah. Malou with it to River Romine. She hesitates, fires a 3 and rolls it in. Good job, River Romine. And OBU needed that basket as they tie the game at 45.
And Romine didn't hesitate at all, 23-footer from beyond the arc for the 3.
OBU now has made 4 3-point baskets. They're at 40%. 8-Watt with the left hand goes to the high post, was almost tied up by Romine. Fires a jump shot, was halfway down, rattled out. Petrarita knocks the rebound away underneath from Nehus. Savannah has it. Cross courts it to River Romine. Her one-handed cross-court pass tipped out of bounds. And the Bison will throw into the front court with 7:26 to play here in the third of the game, tied at 45.
Good job by Kennedy Gillette with her back turn, just looking out of her peripheral and taking her left hand to block that pass. Carissa Price was open for a 3-pointer from the left side.
Alexis Jones either has blood on her or was cut. The trainer running towards the end of the Southern Nazarene bench, and Jones is going to come out of the contest at least momentarily. With 7:26 to play, OBU and Southern Nazarene tied at 45. And now they're going to take a look at the monitor, and again, we are on the other side of the main scores table, and we're at the top of the Noble Complex, so we're only guessing as to what they're looking at. I'm wondering if they're looking at whether that ball may have accidentally touched Carissa. You can. You know what? I've been here for 6 years, and by golly, that's the first time I've noticed it. Thank you. It's your job to point out things people don't see. Second half brought to you by Sin Relief, helping you make a difference in your community and the world around, because when help and hope combine, lives are forever changed. 45 apiece. OBU, if you're just rejoining, saw Southern Nazarene go on a 9-2 run. They led it by a point at 41-40. And then the Bison have managed on River Romine's 3-point basket to tie the game at 45. Southern Nazarene's largest lead was moments ago with 8:11 to go here in the third by 3, 45-42. OBU led by as many as 8 in the first half, 33-25. That came with under 4 minutes to go before halftime. Whatever they're looking at, it looks like it's still going to be Oklahoma Baptist basketball.
I don't think there was anything to look at. Gillette hit that ball, went high over Carissa Price. Price didn't even put her hands up for it. It cleared her by 6 feet.
Totally agree with you. I just didn't know what else they could be looking at. Price to throw it in. Gets it to Malou Savannah in front of the Bison bench. She'll loop a pass out left front court for River Romine. SNU in a man-to-man defense, 17 to shoot. Romine slides left. They back off of her. She'll fire a 3. Misses long on that. Gillette loses the handle. A-Watt had it. Diving was Petra Ryan. It's picked up out of there by Monahan. She'll lob it down low. Nehus falling out of bounds. Saves it to Gillette. Top of the circle. That's Nefer Leon with the basketball. A-Watt bounces it down low for Nehus. Back to Cassandra. To Gillette. Steps into a 3. Misses that one for the right circle. And Nefer Leon tips the rebound out of bounds, so to go back to Oklahoma Baptist. Second half shooting. Southern Nazarene now 5 of 8. Oklahoma Baptist 2 of 3. The two teams are combined 1 of 5 or 2 of 5 from beyond the arc since the halftime break.
Well, I thought that Gillette was going to have another open 3, but Carissa Price closed out on her nicely, jumping, challenging that shot.
Southern with the basketball. Right side of Romine. The Mo on a give and go. Goes up. Nehus blocked the shot. It comes right back to Southern, who throws it in.
Old Nehus got a big shot. She's over 6 foot. Put those long arms up there, blocked the shot back to Petrarita. She
It's her first block, but it results almost into an assist. OBU breaks the tie, leads 47-45. Gillette bounces it for Nehus right side. She squares up against Petra Wright, and now high to Cassandra Awat. Left side for Nefra Leon. Drives in, and a whistle and a foul's been called against OBU. And I think they're going to call it on Andrea Petra Wright, and it's going to be her second.
And as you could see, every player on the OBU bench jump up with their hands outstretched. What happened there? It just looked like Petra Wright got all ball.
I thought she was passing the ball. They're saying it was a shot, so Nefra Leon, the San Jose State transfer, is going to go to the line. Trent May, a very successful Division II. Nefra Leon misses the first. He played or was an assistant for 4 years, was part of 4 NAIA semifinal teams and 2 teams. Went to Bethany College in Grand Canyon, Arizona, and won 340 games before coming back. Big break for OBU. Leon misses both. She's 0-3. Coming in, she was 5 of 9 for the season for the strike. Under 6 to play in the period, Bison lead by 2. Around the top of the circle. Out high with it is Price. Carissa left of the screen from Sutter. Spins down the paint. Got down, dumps it to a wide open Petra Wright, who missed it left angle. Gets it back, and Andrea's hammer going up. That is great job by Petra Wright, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of players will give up thinking they've made that uncontested bunny. She short-armed it, she knew it, and went right back to work on the offensive glass.
Yes, never quit, never quit. I would prefer she make it the first time.
It'd be easier, wouldn't it?
A great play by Carissa Price. She dribbled from the free throw line to the right side of the lane, got in the paint, was double-teamed by the trees, faked like she's going to shoot, then dumped it off to Petra Wright wide open.
Andrea is 1 for 2 or 1 for 3 at the line. I'll make it 1 of 4. Peyton Jones has come in for the first time here in the second half of the Crimson Storm. And that last foul was on Cassandra Awat, and that's her second. Second foul shot is no good. Well, this does not look like Andrea at all that we've seen in the first 7 games for the line. 47-45, OBU unable to build on the advantage. Awat open for 3 left circle, missed that one. Jones for the rebound, goes back up. Peyton stick back, little too strong. OBU standing flat-footed, and again another offensive rebound for SNU. That's their 12th of the contest. Jones thought about a 3. Peyton takes the dribble, gives it to Gillette, top of the circle, and then Kennedy throws it away. Threw it right to Southern. Melissa brings it to the front court. To Price, she moves left. Now cross-courts it for River Romine. OBU still in front by 2 with just over 5 to play here in the third period in game 1 of 2 tonight between the Crimson Storm and OBU. Romine slides right, attacks the goal, throws it up at a foul, and they're going to call a blocking foul against SNU. That's against Alexis Jones, and that's going to be her second.
Yeah, Romine caught that ball just out to the right of the key. She was very aggressive going up the right side of the lane.
Foul was on the floor, not on the shot. Petra Wright handles the inbounds pass. Romine 1 dribble, cross-courts it for Price. Out there on her is Georgia Adams. Price retreats near the midcourt stripe, left front court. Works right of a screen with to shoot, and then bounces it to nobody underneath out of bounds.
Actually, it was a good pass. It was a tight window. Petra Wright might not have saw it. She didn't follow forward to the basket. The receiver's got to get there. If she catches that pass, it's an easy layup.
Stapleton will re-enter after the media timeout. With 4:46 to play here in the third, OBU 47, Southern Nazarene 45. OBU is 11th out of 11 teams that actually play conference in women's basketball, but Ouachita yet to play a game. OBU 11th in offensive scoring at 55.3 against the Southern Nazarene defense, which despite the slow start at 4 games in, it's been somewhat leaky, giving up almost 77 a game.
I think what Bo Overton's telling the Bison right now is say, look, we are not playing good basketball at all, but look at the scoreboard. We're up by a bucket. Let's get that momentum going again like a 7-0 run with 7 minutes left in the second quarter and put this team away.
Next meeting between these two will be at the Sawyer Center in Bethany, February the 8th, and then SNU is back in town on February 22nd. That's all hoping that things go to plan. Incidentally, OBU's women have added a game to their schedule. Monday night, 6 o'clock at Oklahoma Christian. So former Sooner Athletic Conference rivals will get together. Bo Overton and Stephanie Finley's clubs. Stampede donors are making a direct and tangible impact on the success of over 550 student athletes on Bison Hill, in the classroom, in the community, and on the field of competition. When you give to the Stampede, you are truly investing in champions. Learn more and sign up today at wbison.com/Stampede. Open for three, left wing, Peyton Jones, and she got it. Well, she could shoot. Peyton with 10 points. That's a career high, and she's reset it on back-to-back games. 4:17 to play third period. Jones' bucket gives SNU back the lead at 48-47. Romine, foul line right to Southern. Swings it left. Price tries to get it back and does. Carissa Price, a deep three left wing. She just is shooting with so much more confidence, not the hesitation we've seen.
Yes, exactly right. And stepping into her three-point shot, nice follow-through, and she don't care how far it is. That was 6 feet behind the line on the left wing.
Carissa 2 of 3 from 3, 6 of 7 shooting, 15 points. Nehus gets a bounce pass down low, and Petra Ryder pushed her. And Andrea now has picked up her third, and that's big, with just under 4 minutes to go here in the third period.
Yeah, Nehus got that call because she had position on Petra. Petra had her arms straight up, but Nehus close to the goal is going to get that call.
Jenny Beebe, who played about 7 minutes of the first half, tallied 2 points, will come in. She had a rebound and 1 assist. Still think Beebe's going to be a really good player out of Kingfisher. Now J.C. Engler is going to check into the ball game. After the first free throw from Nehus, it's on the way, and it rattles home. Abby is not a bad foul shooter, nor has she been in her career in Bethany. Despite being a taller girl, she gets a lot of arc on the shot. Second one is up, and that one is good. So Nehus gets a pair. She's got 9. Came in averaging 5.8. And Abby's always played pretty well against OBU.
Yeah, she's a good post player. There's no doubt about that. Does a lot of things.
Highfill into the ball game. Works out high. Romine veers left to J.C. Engler. Now Beebe sets a screen. J.C. with the right hand gets down the paint. Whips it to Beebe from 6. Left-handed jump shot of the baseline. A little strong. Georgia Adams with the rebound. Up ahead to Jones. One dribble to Peyton Jones. Drives underneath the basket. They call a blocking foul against Jenny Beebe. Or was it a travel?
Yeah.
Oh, there was some contact that forced that Peyton Jones travel.
I totally agree. Got away with one there.
Turnover number 11 for SNU. 3:17 to play here in the third period. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish with you for the Noble Complex. Out high with it, Kayla Highfill. Highfill loses the handle again. Adams has it. 2-on-1 with Peyton Jones. Takes it herself and lays it in. 5 for Georgia Adams, and OBU just continues to gift the opponents opportunities.
You know, I love the upside with he does make those turnovers. It's like indecision.
And Highfill throws it away again.
And she's coming out.
For OBU, that is their 16th turnover, and SNU with 25 of their 52 points off Bison mistakes. So half of their offense tonight has come on OBU turnovers. That's frustrating. 2:51 to go, third period. Peyton Jones dribbles up left front court, middle of the floor. Right side Adams, back to Peyton Jones. Jones hands it off to Alexis Jones. Alexis needs some help to Peyton Jones right wing. On the baseline, it's Nehus. Back to Alexis Jones, 10 to shoot. Right side to Gillette, tries to drive, cut off by Chambers. Leaves it back out high for Alexis Jones, who carves her way through the paint, misses the layup.
Travel.
Now they're going to call her for a travel.
She did take an extra step. Good defense by Price, forcing her to the left side of the lane.
Neither coach really happy right now. This thing is gotten sloppy. It is 26 turnovers now between the two schools, with 2:19 to play here in the third. Romine to Engler, left front court. JC with the basketball. Yo-yo dribbles. Gets a screen from Beebe. Goes right into the paint to the glass. Layup is good. Engler continues to play well off of the bench.
Engler just grabs the ball on the left side, goes right of the key, up the lane, double pump off the glass.
52 apiece with 2:06 to play here. Adams at the high post at left, and she's called for a travel.
Good defense by River Romine, sticking her hand in the cookie jar. Carissa Price in between her and the basket to stop the play.
That's what we talked with Bo about, and I even mentioned it, I think, either last Thursday or Saturday down at Durant, that, you know, her offense has not been like we've seen tonight. It needs to be this way, but she's not letting it affect her. We're talking about Carissa Price at the other end of the floor.
Yeah, Carissa Price doing a lot of stuff. This is the best offensive game despite those 9 straight points she scored.
Chambers to the goal, misses the layup. Overshot everything. Peyton Jones with a rebound. Angles back into the front court. Left side for Alexis Jones. 1:23 to play here in the third. Peyton Jones swings it right corner to Gillette. Off the dribble, goes to the rack, and a foul. And I think it's going to go against Madison Chambers, and that's going to be her second.
Yeah, Madison Chambers was a step late against Kennedy Gillette. Gillette, who's a good three-point shooter, just pump fake, put the ball on the floor, got to the goal.
Stapleton back in. Romine is out. Gillette handles the inbounds pass, bounces it right low post for Jones, who spins around Beebe. Good defense by Jenny. Air ball on the jump shot, and on the rebound, a foul against Southern Nazarene. And they're looking at Georgia Adams, and that's going to be her second.
Better be Georgia Adams, because I think Jalen Stapleton's nose is bleeding right now.
1:26 to play, third period. We're tied at 52. Oklahoma Baptist led by 6, 40-34 in the halftime locker room. Bison 50%, SNU 54%. Shooting here in the second half, and a foul out front against Monahan trying to guard Stapleton, and that is the third against Emily Monahan.
Even though Jalen Stapleton's not 100%, and as Bo Overton said that she's not going by people, she went by somebody. That's how she got that foul right there, just the speed off the dribble.
Price will get a rest over on the bench as Melissa Southern comes back in. Stapleton will go to the line for two, the fifth foul of the period against Southern Nazarene, and the foul shot is by Jalen. Stapleton with 11 points. That's just right at what she averages, 10.8. She's been in double figures now in all but one game, and that was Saturday down at Durant. Second one is good. OBU has scored 4 straight as the drought continues for the Storm, and the Bison lead it by a deuce.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Overton took Carissa Price out unless she just needs a breather, because when J.C. Engler comes on, they both get more open threes.
Foul line right is Beard. She goes in. The shot was blocked by Jenny Beebe. OBU the rebound. Southern up ahead to Stapleton. She's cut off of the paint. Lobs it out right corner or right circle. Stapleton. And on the baseline, Stapleton goes to Southern right side, back to Jalen with 9 to shoot. Working against Alexis Jones. Slides across the paint, now spins left, goes up, missed everything. Jones with the defense and the carry up. Jones down the middle of the floor, across the Bison logo. Whips it left, Peyton Jones. Drives baseline, now to Gillette for 3 of the lead. No, for the left wing, rebound tipped up. That was Massey Beard that had her hand on it. And OBU has the basketball with 15 seconds to go here in the third. So the Bison, barring anything silly, should take a lead to the fourth quarter. It would be the first time all year long. Stapleton crosses right, now moves left, gets it out high. Beebe just inside the arc for 18, rolls it off, rebound comes to Engler, who throws it into the buzzer. J.C. Engler on a stick back, and OBU will take a 4-point lead to the fourth period lead, or a fourth quarter. 56-52. The second half of the Bison Network brought to you by Sin Relief. Back for the fourth period in a moment. This is OBU basketball on the OBU.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Yes. Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. It's just so, it's almost too hard to put into words. Good thing there's the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger.
52, and that run that SNU put together, a 9-2 run to start the third period, Scott, was almost completely erased thanks to that last basket by Engler. SNU only outscores OBU by 2 over the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. Jenny Beebe takes a 17-footer inside the top of the key, misses, bounces to the left of the goal. Good play by Melissa Southern. Tips it right to Engler, whose nose less than a second left, and she had a quick tip in for the bucket.
37% field goal shooting through 3 periods for the Storm. Oklahoma Baptist, a season best 56%, including 5 of 12 for 42%. Crimson Storm came in 6th in the league in field goal percentage defense from 3-point range. 32%, but OBU's well surpassed that tonight. Bison with the basketball. Stapleton, a foul line jump shot, hits the front of the rim and then rattles it home. Jalen Stapleton with another basket. It's her third, and Stapleton continuing to have a great game tonight. She's got 14. High post with it is Awatt. It's knocked back into the hands of Jones. Out front to Gillette. Left corner for 3, and it's good, and that's Monahan. Emily Monahan with her first points of the evening. Came in the 8th leading scorer in the conference, so that comes with over a half minute gone in the 4th. And travel out front called against, or 3 seconds called against OBU. Alexis Jones into the front court. So Houston goes up and lays it in. It's a 2-point game.
Jenny Beebe was on the high side of Nehus instead of in between her and the basket, made it an easy catch in basket.
And an offensive foul. They're looking at Mo Southern. Instead, it's Engler. They were looking at Melissa, though, and JC turns it over on her first foul. That's the first team foul here in the 4th period against OBU. And turnover number 18 for the Bison.
I guess Engler ran over Cassandra Awat, but it looked like kind of flop. Engler said,
Price is back in. Awat with the basketball, top of the circle. Cut off of the 2-3 zone to Gillette left side. High post left with it is Alexis Jones. In the corner to Monahan. Back to Gillette to Jones. Squares up from 15, missed it. Awat crashes for the rebound. The stick back won't go, and then Cassandra pokes the rebound out of bounds. Bison dodged another one right there after the 14th offensive rebound for SNU tonight.
Well, they did dodge a bullet there because Carissa Price and J.C. Engler were right there and did not get the rebound against one Southern Nazarene player.
90 seconds deep into the 4th period, 58-57, Oklahoma Baptist. Price gets a pick, fires a 3, missed it straight on. It's a good look, and then Beebe with a silly foul. Goes over the back of Alexis Jones, who clearly had the position.
Couldn't have said it any better, Todd. It was a silly foul, 80 feet from the basket, and they already had the rebound secured, and she just reached in and slapped on.
After a riot will come in, Beebe will go to the bench. Second team foul against Oklahoma Baptist. 8:18 to play here in the ballgame. Southern Nazarene, a bucket could retake the lead, and down low, the shot's missed by Nehus. She continues to struggle. Now 4 of 11 shooting from mid-close. Stapleton angles right, veers to the baseline. Jones is all over Jayla. Out pops Engler. JC with the basketball, working against Monahan. Now moves left of the screen, set by Petra Ryder. Now comes back right, slides down the paint, cross courts it to Price. Thought about a 3, goes to Southern out front. Melissa's pinched off, high post right. Now to Petra Ryder.
Wow, Petra Ryder. Nehus all over Petra Ryder. She dribbles up the right lane, the hand in her face off the glass.
7:32 to play at the foul line. No good on the jump shot by Monahan. She continues to struggle tonight, now 1 of 4 shooting. Bison with the window. OBU leading by a tray, 60-57. Come on, girls, with 7:17 to play. Petra Ryder cross courts from right to left for Chambers. Down low for Southern, and the pass too high off of Mo's hands, out of bounds.
That ball hit Southern in the hand. It wasn't a perfect pass, but sometimes the passing lane on the feed pass is not going to be perfect because of the defense in your face. The receiver's got to go and grab that ball.
7:06 to go. OBU by 3, 60-57 here at home over 1-3 SNU, who's much better than that after a late start. Awat pulls up and bangs down a foul line right jump shot. It's like, if you're not going to come out here and get me, I'll do this myself, and the lead down to 1 again.
I really don't blame OBU sometimes because they've been missing a lot of those shots. So.
Price gets to the left baseline, drop steps around Gillette. It looked like Nehus had a clean block, and they're going to call Abby for the foul. That's going to be her 3rd.
Yeah, Price was caught in no man's land. She was going to get called for 3 seconds in the lane, just had to go up with it. Nehus, both hands up. Looks like she volleyball spiked that block to me.
Carissa Price, who had just 4 points and shot the ball very poorly down to Durant Saturday afternoon in a 10-point Bison loss, will go to the foul line. And for crying out loud, she missed the first. She's 1 of 3 now from the line. CP came in the 7th best foul shooter in the Great American Conference at 84%. Not a particularly great shooting night. 12 of 20 now for the Bison. Carissa Price gets her 61-59. That's actually 2, not 3. Never was a math major. And the pass knocked out of bounds on the baseline.
Petrarida, good job jumping in front of Nehus, denying the pass and deflecting it out of bounds.
Southern Nazarene will trigger it in right side. Gillette with 20 to shoot. To Monahan, open from 3. No good at the top of the circle. Price was trying to box out, and then fortunately, Awat could not get to the ball. She got to it, but spiked it down to the sideline. It'll be a Bison ball. 6:16 to play. Oklahoma Baptist 61, Southern Nazarene 59 in Shawnee. Stapleton picks her dribble up. All over her is Jones. She pivots, cross courts at left side for J.C. Engler. Engler with the basketball, being pressured by Monahan. Crosses over, attacks left. Spins back towards the paint. Hoists one up. It hit the rim, bound away. Petrarita crashes. Gillette yanks it down. Gets it to Jones, who leads the break. OBU gets back. Alexis with it. Foul line for the lead. It's short. Rebound is saved back in bounds by Monahan. It's poked free by Engler, and then Awat picks it up out. Right corner to Monahan, who's covered up by Price, and Monahan throws it away. Through to Stapleton. Jones to Monahan, to Awalt out front to Jones, and Alexis travel.
Good
Big
defense.
Turnover there, the 14th for the Storm.
Because Andre Petrarita came off the post player up to block the dribbler, and the dribbler ran into Petrarita and caused her to travel.
River Romine will come in and spell Jalen Stapleton. Stapleton took a hard ball after missing that layup on the previous trip down the floor. 5:26 to play in the ball game. 61-59 Oklahoma Baptist looking for the first win of the Overton era. First of what we know will be many. Engler with it, foul line left to Southern, back to JC. Thought about a three, is run off the arc by Monahan, gets a screen, slides right, whips it left, ball is right into the hands of Awat. Awat with it one-on-one, gets around Southern, misses the layup, gets it back, goes back up and missed that one. Will be used living dangerously now.
They are, but good job by Southern not quitting on that.
Romine got the ball caught on her hip in the backcourt and turns it over. With 4:58 to play, we get an official timeout on the floor. 61-59 Oklahoma Baptist. Can they hold on? We'll be back in a moment to find out on the Bison Radio Network.
Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile and semi accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, 1 in 4 crashes now involve texting and driving. That's 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers. If you have been injured and you want to know your rights, call us now. The consultation is free. We love what we do and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
4:58 to play in the ball game. It's the Bison 61, the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm 59. Let us step aside for stations to identify themselves on the Oklahoma Baptist Bison Basketball Network. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, John Zonlow, the crew tonight from Shawnee. OBU trying for the first win ever, the Overton era. Down low with it is Nee Houston. She overshot the entire rim for the left block. Price the rebound. Gets it to Mo Sutherland. Into the front court right. River Romine veers back middle of the floor. Guarded by Alexis Jones. Foul line right with it is Southern. One dribble, cross courts it to Engler for three. That one is off the mark. Rebound to Alexis Jones. She's had a big night on the glass. Alexis Jones with her 6th rebound. Gillette pulls up right front court, now veers back left, back right of the wing. Awat with it, gets it into the paint to Monahan, who uses a drop step and lays it in. Just her 5th point, and the game is tied.
Emily Monahan not hitting from three-point land, so she just goes inside.
Engler puts up a quick three, not the shut over you wanted it short. SNU with a rebound. Chance to take the lead with 4:06 to play. Out high with it is Awat, whips it down low, and the ball is out of bounds, as Nee Houston did not expect the pass.
Well, Carissa Price deflected it. Good job by Carissa Price reading that. Nee Houston was wide open, but Price closed that passing lane.
61 apiece, under 4 minutes to play in regulation. River Romine on the end of the Bison logo center circle. Right side to Engler. Down low to Southern. Takes a dribble, draws a double. Cross courts it. Price to Romine for three. It's short left circle. Rebound tipped. Engler had it, and after she had the basketball, we get a whistle. And I think they're calling a foul on Southern Nazarene. They are. It's on Adams. That's her 3rd. No, they're calling it on Southern. That's her second.
Well, that was a late whistle, too. Like you said, after OBU got the ball, then you hear the whistle and there's a foul.
3.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Southern Nazarene in a tie game with a basketball. Monahan, wing right. Foul line extended. Goes to Awat, top of the circle. Left side, Gillette against the 2-3 zone. Jones gets it to Awat, and it's knocked away. Another turnover forced by OBU. That's the 16th turn for SNU. Into the front court with it is Price. She's ridden into the offensive end. Now backs it out for the corner of the right wing side to Engler. Swings it left for Romine. 3:06 to play in regulation. We're tied at 61. Romine, right of a screen, slides down the paint. Is cut off on the block by Jones. Gets it to Petrarita. 3 minutes to play, 8 to shoot. Right corner with it is Romine. Slides left, fires a three. It's an air ball. Rebound out of bounds, and it was last touched by Melissa Southern.
I thought that ball went off Kennedy Gillette, but Southern Nazarene gets that call.
Romine is out. Stapleton is in. I'll tell you this, the last 3 possessions have stunk to high heavens, in my opinion, from OBU's standpoint.
Yeah, a lot of dribbling going on, not as much ball movement.
Monahan, foul line extended right side against Engler to Jones in the paint. Takes a dribble, goes right at Petrarita, and it's going to be a travel against Alexis Jones.
And part of that's Andrea Petrarita getting in the path that Alexis Jones wanted to dribble in to force that travel.
Both of these teams are on some type of drought. Alexis Jones has just turned it over for the 7th time tonight. Engler spins left quarter. On the wing, Price, right of a rub from Petrarita. At the foul line, attacks right, whips it left, and Petrarita was wide open and lost the handle out of bounds.
She has got to catch that. That was a nice dump-off pass, and it hit her right in the breadbasket for an uncontested layup.
How many opportunities can you squander? 2:22 to play in the game. We're tied at 61. Monahan down low to Nehus. Wide open foul line left. Awat bricked the jump shot. Southern with a rebound. OBU another chance to retake the lead. Stapleton cross-courts it for Engler to Price. 4 steps behind the arc. Left circle, no. Southern crashes for the rebound and a foul against Melissa. And that's going to be her 3rd.
You know, Carissa Price is really hot and shooting very well tonight. But in that situation, I think Bo Overton would want her up there by the three-point line instead of 8 feet behind. She had all kinds of space just to step up and step into a three.
2 minutes to play in the ball game. Tied at 61. Right front court, Monahan dribbles to the wing. Looks down low, pulls it out to Awat to Gillette. Kennedy guarded by Stapleton. Pivots, goes to Awat. Now to Nehus, high post left. She pivots. Back to Gillette, 10 to shoot, penetrates to the block. Bounces to Awat, hesitates, fires for the foul line, back rimmed it, and down for the rebound is Petrarita. She wasn't even challenged by Nehus, he didn't want to pick up her 4th. Stapleton all the way to the goal, throws it up, and a foul called against Kennedy Gillette.
That'll get you some offense. Coast to coast, Jalen Stapleton dribbling through the defense. Then Emily Monahan is down inside, or was it Gillette?
Gillette.
Kennedy Gillette had her back, tried to turn her back on Stapleton, but Stapleton already drew the foul.
That is her first. Kennedy Gillette, team foul 2, and Jalen Stapleton misses the free throw. Well, this is just hard to watch at a game that right now is there for the taking. Jalen had made 8 straight at the foul line before that miss. Second one is up, and she missed them both. Southern Nazarene with a rebound, and then it's lost out of bounds by Monahan. She tried to get her hands on the ball as she had it, and then it hit her thigh and rolled right out of bounds.
She had it right in her right hand. All the OBU players are going back, and then it's like she bounced it off her knee out of bounds.
Awat is out of the ball game. Peyton Jones is in for Southern Nazarene with $1:27 to play. And the shot clock currently says 29. It should say 20 because there was not an exchange of possession. And that's exactly what the striped shirt has gone over to the scores table. 20 on the shot clock. OBU and Southern Nazarene women's basketball tied at 61.
You said it's a game for the taking. Both teams just throwing the ball away.
Price will inbound, lobs it to Engler. It was almost stolen away by Peyton Jones. JC drives left to Petrarita, gets deep, pulls up from 6, front rims it down, and OBU leads. Petrarita with 13. Bison by a deuce, 63-61 with 1:19 to play. Peyton Jones cross courts at Monahan for 3, got it, left quarter. Well, she's been quiet, but she was a killer there. Her second 3 and third basket gives Southern Nazarene a 1-point lead at 64-63. Time out on the floor with 1:09 to play in the ballgame.
Melissa Southern. Melissa Southard was the backside defensive player on the bottom of the 2-3 zone there, and all she had to do is guard that three-point shooter. There's one player over there, and she was way late getting there, and Southern Nazarene knocks it down.
Monahan, as good shooters do, has to have a short memory. Before that, she had been 1 of 5 from three-point range and just 2 of 7. But she never hesitated in a clutch moment, because if she misses that and OBU gets it, Bison have a chance to build the game to a 2-possession lead with just 69 seconds to play.
Southern Nazarene picking up full court now.
Melissa Southard will run the baseline. She'll trigger it into Carissa Price. They'll clear out. Price will handle the basketball. Staple is out there, but CP brings it across the midcourt stripe with a minute to go in the ball game. They lob it high post right for Southern. Melissa with a dribble, cross courts at left corner. Ingram with 1 of 3, drives it, had it poked away from behind. And a turnover, Gillette out of there with it. Left side to Monahan, out high to Alexis Jones, and very wisely she's going to pull it out. Now Peyton Jones wide open for 3 right wing, rattles it home. That's a huge shot for a freshman. Holy cow. And her teammates celebrate with her on the floor. 67-63, and that one had a lot of weight, folks, with 38 seconds to play.
Peyton Jones was wide open. Alexis Jones takes the ball back to half court. Trent May tells her to run off some clock, but Peyton Jones wide open, so Alexis Jones just throws it to her in the right wing, easy wide open 3.
I'd only had a chance to see Peyton play at high school probably a couple of times, and man, I knew she was a scorer, I knew she was a shooter, but that was with sniper accuracy in a big shot right there with 38 seconds to play.
And once again, Oklahoma Baptist could have went on the high side. J.C. Engler elected not to take the three-pointer, put the ball on the floor between help side defense, tipped the ball away for another OBU turnover.
This is just sickening on the stat sheet to look at. 23 OBU turnovers have led to 32 points Southern Nazarene. That just makes you sick at your stomach. They're going to put 2 seconds on the clock, 40.2 remain. It's a 2-possession game, 67-63. They go to Petra Wright, who goes up, and Nehus flat-footed, blocked the shot out of bounds. 20 into the shot clock, 37.8 seconds remain.
Yeah, Nehus could block almost every shot. Petra Wright has got to put it on the floor with pump face to get her shot off.
Andrea handles the inbounds pass to Stapleton, swings it left for Price. Price with it, run to the baseline left is Kaylee Hurst. Hurst through the paint, scoops it up, missed it. Nehus with a rebound, that may do it with 24 seconds to play. In the backcourt, Peyton Jones is going to be knocked to the floor, and she's going to go to the other end for 2 shots. Peyton Jones tonight has 13 points. That's a career high for her. You think she's already not getting comfortable at the collegiate level? She missed the first 2 games in quarantine, and now has since returned and has put together 9 and 13 points back-to-back. First free throw is good. Jones is 3 of 3 at the foul line tonight. And these are her first free throws of her collegiate career. Second free throw is up, and Peyton got that one. And a timeout on the floor with 22.5 seconds to play. It's 69-63. It is still a 2-possession ball game, but now you have to have 2 threes, and you're going to have some help from Southern Nazarene to the foul line.
Yeah. And you talk about Peyton Jones just being a freshman. She steps into those threes. She's almost 6 foot. She's at least 5'10", close to 6 foot. Got a bright future in this league.
You know, when I say this, I do this with all due respect. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not blaming anybody. But there comes a time at a point when you have to learn to win again. And this program right now does not know how to win. They're headed for their 17th consecutive loss overall, and what would be double digits in home court losing streak of 10. They have not won since defeating Ouachita here at Shawnee, 72-65 back on January 30th of last year.
Well, you talked about the turnover thing again, and a lot of those turnovers were just unforced turnovers, like just dribbling in the backcourt, losing the ball, and then throwing the ball out of bounds right there.
Petra Wright handled the inbounds pass, kicked it wing right, and throws it right out of bounds. Turnover number 24 for the Bison. That will seal their fate more than likely tonight. 19 seconds to play. Kaylee Hurst traps in the backcourt along with Stapleton. Now they get it to Gillette, and Kennedy is fouled. And Carissa Price is going to commit her second foul. So Kennedy Gillette can put this one away at the foul line where she's 1 of 2 tonight. First one hit the front of the rim and crawls in. What was it? 4, 5, 6 straight possessions when the game was tied at 61. That OBU had a chance to get the lead and had some bad positions, rush shots, and it really hurt them tonight. Gillette hits both, and that'll do it. 12 seconds to play. Stapleton into the forecourt, all the way to the glass. Layup, no. And the rebound pulled down by Petrarita, who throws it up, misses wide on that. Gillette pokes it out to Hurst, who cross-courts it for Price. 1 second to go. CP will fire at the buzzer. It's no good. And Southern Nazarene wins it tonight by a final count of 71 to 63. Well, whoever lost this game, in this instance Oklahoma Baptist, the other one was going to be left to lament what was a squandered opportunity. Bison now have lost 17 straight games dating back to last year. They're 0-7 in the conference and 0-8 overall. Southern Nazarene, after the slow start, now 2-3 overall and in conference games as well. Final score, 71-63 SNU. The second half has been brought to you by Sin Relief, helping you make a difference in your community and the world around, because when help and hope combine, lives are forever changed. Our postgame show is coming up next. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the Bison Radio.
The OBU Athletic Department would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of Bison basketball: Bank First, Billy Boy Barbecue, Boomerang Diners, Chick-fil-A Shawnee, the Citizen Potawatomi Nation, the Dennis Morris State Farm Insurance Agency, Eric's Pharmacy, First National Bank and Trust, First United Bank, Hampton Inn Shawnee, Hudeberg Auto Group, Emmanuel Baptist Church, Lowe's, McIntyre Law, Sin Relief, the OBU Graduate College, P&K Equipment, Pinecliff Printers, Qdoba, Rob's Smokehouse, Shawnee Mills, Shawnee Pit Stop, Sherwin-Williams, South Central Industries, SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital Shawnee, TAC Designs, Tinker Federal Credit Union, The Lunchbox, the UPS Store, Village Tours and Travel, Vision Bank, Walls, and Whataburger.
Wanish with you back at the Noble Complex. OBU falls tonight 71-63. The final number: Southern Nazarene wins on the road, 37% field goal, 26 of 71, 8 of 25 from 3, 11 of 15 for the foul. OBU for 45% field goal shooting, still one of their better field goal shooting nights of the season, 23 of 51, 5 of 17 from 3, and this was a real killer, 12 of 21 for the best free throw shooting team tonight at the stripe. Rebounds, Southern Nazarene only out-rebounds OBU by 140-39. However, they were better than 2-1 in the offensive glass, 16-7. Turnovers, so this was the undoing of OBU again, 24-17 for Southern Nazarene. Points off turnovers, 34-11. So of their 71, Southern Nazarene gets right at half of those off OBU mistakes. Assists, 17 for the Storm, 15 for OBU on their 23 made shots. 10 steals for OBU, 14 for Southern Nazarene, 2 blocks for SNU, and 3 for the Bison. Points in the paint, 34-26, Southern Nazarene. Second chance points, SNU 13, OBU 6. Fast break points, 23-10. Southern Nazarene bench 28-12 in favor of the Storm. Bison led at halftime 40-34. It was a 9-2 run to start the second half. Southern Nazarene was back in the ball game, and back in the ball game they would stay. The game was tied for quite a while at 61. Both teams had opportunities. OBU turned the ball over. They got very deep in the shot clock, did not take a good shot, and then put up a couple of quick three-pointers during that stretch, and Southern Nazarene finally able to wrestle control at a 71-63 victory. 3 Bison in double figures tonight. Carissa Price with a season-high 16, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but 6 turnovers and 2 steals. 14 points from Jalen Stapleton, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, and 2 steals. 13 points, 9 rebounds for Andrea Petrarita, who flirted with her second straight, or what would have been or could have been possibly her second straight double-double. She had 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, and 1 assist. Petrarita played 27.5 minutes. The rest of the scoring tonight for OBU, 5 points for Melissa Southard, 4 from J.C. Engler, 3 points from River Momine, 3 points from Kaylee Hurst. Jalen Stapleton again had 14, and also when there was Jenny Beebe with 2. Double-figure scoring tonight for Southern Nazarene. Peyton Jones, in only her 3rd collegiate game, finishes with a career-high 15. Kennedy Gillette had 14. Adam Nehus had 11. 8 points apiece tonight from Alexis Jones and Emily Monahan. 5 points from Georgia Adams, 2 from Elon Wally. Nefer Leon had 2 points, as did Cassandra Awad tonight. 71-63 is the final score.
Hey, we got Coach Bo Overton of the Oklahoma Baptist women here on air now. Coach, once again, great first half. Even the third quarter started out a little bit slow, but only lost by 2. But some of those crazy turnovers, just throwing the ball out of bounds, just kind of doomed you guys in this game.
Well, I honestly, you got to give their team, they really pressure the ball, and they're good at it. And for the most tonight, Jalen, playing on a hurt foot, and River coming in and helping out. But, I think we talked about the last game about justice, and now this game got to about 2 or 3 possessions. And I really think, really proud of this team. They keep fighting. We're just getting closer and closer.
No doubt that you're getting closer and closer. Southern Nazarene, tradition-rich program. I think they were scared to death in that locker room, and even in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma Baptist, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league. You guys only hit 12 of 21 tonight, and then got outscored 34-11 on turnovers. All those things make a little difference in winning or losing in this game.
You bet, but I just think the other stuff we're getting so much better at. I thought our defense was great tonight, and we get to the end there, and there was just we had 2 little slips, and their team took advantage of it. And when you play good teams, that's what happens, and we just can't afford in the last 2 minutes to slip like that. And then you got to make plays at the end on the offensive side. So I tell you what, they're heartbroken right now. But like I told them, we're lucky we're getting to play right now, and they're going to keep fighting. We got a tough team coming in here Thursday, and we got to get ready we just got to let this go and get ready to play again.
Okay, Coach Bo Overton, hope to see you with a victory against Southwestern Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bo Overton visiting with us from the floor here at the Noble Complex. Final score tonight, Southern Nazarene escapes with a 71-63 win over the Bison. More post-game straight ahead of the Bison Radio Network.